Hello, my beautiful fellow human light beings. It is that time once again. We are going to do a live guided interdimensional meditation to bring the 5D Solar Flash Ascension event. Welcome. I hope that today goes well for all of us, and I hope we find a greater connection to our higher dimensional light being self. All right, so I did not figure out a plan of what we're going to do today. Today we're just going to see what the light beings have in store for us. My experience is that when we do that, things get very fun and interesting. So we're going to do that again today. Perhaps you've been keeping up with the videos I've been uploading, and things are continuing to get interesting for me. And I am going to continue to focus on us bringing our infinite light being energies into destroying the frequency of devaluation. So as you know, this earth, this three-dimensional earth that we live on, as you've heard me say a billion times, I will make it short, but in case you're new to the channel, this is helpful information. This three-dimensional earth that we live on is a bizarro, backwards, upside-down world. It is an isolated anomaly in the universe. It is a very special place because this is the place where the most powerful of infinite light beings come in order to gain more power, more knowledge, more wisdom, more consciousness. This has been a very long experiment in consciousness. And the frequency that makes this school very powerful is the frequency of self-devaluation. So understand that the feeling that you have of being on planet Earth, the feeling that you have of being trapped in a matrix, being in some kind of prison, being in some kind of hell, you know, I'm not telling you how to feel it. I don't have some of those feelings, but you might. But the general truth is that this is a very, very low vibrational, intense matrix. And if you are not able to awaken to your pre-human consciousness, it is guaranteed that you will feel trapped, controlled on some level. And so the truth of your nature is the exact opposite of what this earth holds. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of beauty here. I love planet Earth, and there are so many things that I love about it. And it is possible to be crazy happy down here and to be very entertained. All of that is definitely a possibility. But the thing that drives this experiment, again, is the frequency of self-devaluation. Self-devaluation simply means that you do not feel that you have value in and of yourself. You must find value in something outside of you, and or you must do something in order to gain value in other people's eyes, whether that be the government, whether that be the IRS, whether that be religion, whether that be your parents, your school, your friends, your own sense of pride. the frequency of devaluation says that you must do something in order to achieve that. It's a transactional relationship. Or you have to be something. You have to be some arbitrary thing. You have to have beauty or sensuality or power or charisma. And these things are usually arbitrary, depending on what time we're in and what culture we're in. So the bottom line is, the message is, you don't have any value in and of yourself. This is devaluation. This is something that we chose. We chose to create this video game with this main frequency because you are forced on planet Earth. If you're going to be happy, you are forced to find value within yourself. You must come to realize that nothing outside of you will ever bring you satisfaction. It will bring you perhaps a temporary illusion of power, of safety, of love. But again, look at all the people who have gained fame because of something arbitrary like talent or money or beauty. And as soon as those things change, or the tastes of the public changes, all of a sudden you're not loved and valued anymore, which means that you never had it. This is the big revelation. You've never had any value to anybody, no matter what they've said. It's always been based on their own narcissistic needs. Now, of course, this isn't true. And of course, there are relationships where you can have value, you can have friends, you can have family, you can have loved ones, especially pets will love you for who you are. It's not that that's impossible, but in terms of the entire vibration, you cannot find value here. You must find it inward. This is the exact opposite of what exists beyond this third dimension. This is a very localized, limited experience. And the entire multiverse is filled with dimensions and with worlds and with civilizations that operate on the exact opposite. So unlike here, where you must prove or earn or barter or transact your way into being accepted, outside of Earth, you are accepted simply because you exist. There is nothing that you can do, literally nothing you can do, which will give you lovability or worth in the eyes of all conscious beings outside of the second and the third dimension. So everything that we don't like about this world, the opposite exists in other worlds. You are loved simply because you exist. There's no such thing as money. There's no such thing as having to work for a living. There's no such thing as having to gain approval. There's no such thing as being unattractive or unlovable. There's no such thing as being filled with fear or anger or jealousy. There's no such thing as being attacked, having people steal from you. None of those things exist outside of this third dimensional school. And so what we are seeking to achieve now that the third dimensional experiment has been completed, which means that there's nothing more that the universe, the multiverse, can learn from the third dimension. So this third dimension is coming to an end. And that is what this solar flash event is about. And what I have learned, if you're a follower of the channel, you already know this. What I have learned is that human beings must make the decision to delete this program. And that is exactly what we are doing in these live guided meditations. When we chant the mantra, which you hear in the background, which is Earth shifting to 5D, Hu, Earth, Ar, solar energy shifting up, divine communication. When we chant this with intent towards planet Earth, we are deleting the self-devaluation frequency. This is a big deal. This is why there are so many people completely losing their minds, because this solar flash event has officially been going on since December of 2022. And we are being hit with all kinds of energies that are shifting and changing and deleting the self-devaluation three-dimensional Earth program. And people are backpedaling. You know, again, I find it very interesting that celebrities are really doubling down on the Matrix narrative. I find that very interesting, because that's clearly where they may not be consciously aware that they are doubling down on a lie, but obviously that is where they are getting their worth. It's coming from them, from the narrative. We're finding out the true nature of people. I myself am finding out, shockingly, the true nature of people that I thought I knew. People that I thought were completely screwed up, never going to make it, are absolutely shifting up faster than anybody else, and you don't even recognize them. They're happy and productive and healthy and really growing. And people who I thought were really, really conscious, I'm watching them come apart, and the truth is coming out that they are still involved in a transactional, self-devaluing program. And the reason why this is a big deal is because we believe our existence, we believe that our survival depends upon this self-devaluation. What we're going to do today is we're going to connect with beings who are not part of this third dimensional reality, and they are going to give us their pure unconditional love. And as beautiful as that sounds, every time that you experience higher dimensional unconditional love, a little more of your third dimensional reality gets destroyed. And so this can be challenging, because we feel like we're losing our safety net that's protecting us. And so a lot of fears can come up. So, point being is that it helps to be conscious about what is happening. Nevertheless, having said that, I am also aware that what we are doing is we are sending this energy to Earth, knowing that the majority of human beings on the planet are either unaware, or maybe not consciously ready, or they may be actively seeking to hang on to the third dimensional transactional reality. I mean, the billionaires are going to do that because they think they're winning. They think they're gaining something. People who, are chronically codependent, the narcissists, they're going to try and hold on to it. We're going to see if we can free some minds to open up to being loved unconditionally, based only on the fact that they exist. And the idea is that when enough human beings awaken, the Earth will shift. It will shift up to the higher dimensional frequency, which we call 5D. So, I am not going to hold back in my intentions. I plan on taking down the narcissistic devaluation program. I want to take down, I'm not even going to mention it, but take them all down. That's my thought process. And so I invite you to come along with me for that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I want to, let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and just begin getting yourself ready for tonight's meditation. So get yourself in your comfortable place. You feel free to lie down, feel free to put yourself in whatever physical posture that allows you to be the most comfortable. If you don't want to fall asleep, then I recommend that you sit up. You can sit in a chair like I'm doing, or if you really want to be, strict about it, then sit on the edge of a chair or the edge of a bench with your feet flat on the ground, your knees flat, so you're not sitting with your knees up like that. Your knees are flat and your neck straight and your eyes as though you're looking at a point on the floor a few feet in front of your feet. If you do that, that will allow the energy to go up and down your spine. But feel free to do whatever you want. Close your eyes, put on earbuds, earphones, cover your eyes, whatever you need to do. So, hopefully you are now in your meditative posture. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in and hold it. Inhale. And exhale. Let it all go. Inhale once again. And exhale. Inhale one last time. Hold it. And exhale. Let it all go. It's just a bunch of 3D made up nonsense. Whatever you're holding on to, release it. Allow yourself to feel gravity, which is Mother Earth's embrace. Let this gravity pull you closer to Mother Earth. Deeper into the floor, deeper into the chair, deeper into the bed. Wherever you are, let that gravity pull you closer, relax into it. Your Mother Earth loves you so much, she will not let you fly away, not even for a second. We call this embrace gravity. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the Huar mantra. You do not need to copy my pitch or my tone or the length of time that I chant. Allow yourself to do it in whatever pitch you like and as fast as you like. Really just find out where your specific mantra pitch and speed is. And inhale with me and let's chant together. Inhale. attention back to the sound of my voice. Continue to breathe long and deep. I'd like for you to bring to mind a world that is based on freedom. Would like for you to bring to mind a world where there is unlimited resources. Bring to mind a world where everybody is provided by the earth herself and by the multiverse, by the energy that surrounds us. Every person is provided with everything they can possibly want or need. Imagine a world where every single person is viewed as absolutely necessary for the entire multiverse to exist. Imagine a world where everybody looks upon you and appreciates the fact that you exist and is able to see all of the beautiful, amazing gifts and unique talents and unique energy that only comes from you. And as a result of this, all people give you honor and respect, and every single being is gratified by the sight of you. This is the world we are going to create. And in order to create this world, just by intending this vibration, it will destroy everything that is opposite of that. I'd like for you to now, while you're still breathing long and deep, become aware of the infinite light which is within your heart center. This is your soul. Your soul resides in the heart, and it sees and experiences everything that you do and experience. But the soul is not attached to anything in the third dimension. Your soul is not the part of you that has pain or anxiety or fear or loneliness or sadness. These are your human responses to the third dimensional self-devaluation frequency. Your soul is actually a portal to higher dimensions that interfaces directly with your physical body so that your soul can experience and learn from all of the interactions and challenges you experience here. We're going to focus on our souls right now. We are not going to put any energy into reacting to any of the intense emotions we might be feeling. And what I'd like for you to do is to allow your soul to begin to come out of the heart center. Allow your consciousness to come out of your heart center and float up above your physical body. Please send all of the cells and organs in your physical body love and appreciation. Thank your body for giving your soul a beautiful vehicle through which it can experience the third dimension. We're now going to allow our consciousness to rise up further and further towards the ceiling. We go through the ceiling, we look down, we can see the roof of our home beneath us. We now feel higher dimensional consciousness and energy excitedly pulling us up through the atmosphere. We begin to rise quickly up through the atmosphere. We can see our neighborhood. Further and further up, we see our city that we live in. Further and further up, we see the county that we live in. We can see the state that we live in. We can now see the entire country in which we live. We can see the continent upon which we live. We go higher and higher. We come all the way up and we bump into the atmosphere. We can feel that we are about to break through Earth's gravitational field, and we do. We are now free of Earth's gravitational field, and we are no longer in the Earth 3D matrix. And from here, we just continue to relax, breathe deeply, and we allow our energy body to become filled with all of the immense energy that fills our multiverse. We are connected to everything, to all dimensions. We are connected to all consciousness. We are connected to all times, all timelines. Everything that we can possibly imagine is available to us. Spend a moment just experiencing the complete freedom of knowing that you can choose to manifest any reality that you focus on. And now I would like for you to send out an invitation to your personal guide. If you don't know who your guide is, if you've never done this, you just simply send out the friendly mental invitation for your specific light being guide who loves you to come and empower you in this meditation. Do this now. I'd like for you now to take a moment and just reconnect with your guide. Ask your guide to give you any information, any news, any emotional support, whatever it is that you might need or that your guide may want to give you. Go ahead and do this now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. I am thinking this might be a very interesting journey we're going to take today. We'll find out. I would like for you now to invite all of the light beings in the entire multiverse. That includes higher dimensional extraterrestrials. It includes spirits. It includes demigods, angels. It includes the souls of people you know that have passed. It includes the gods and the goddesses, higher dimensional beings, very powerful beings. We are going to call all of them. It is very likely today we are going to work through karmic connections. Go ahead and send out this invitation to all the beings that you can remember that I have mentioned. Do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. What I'd like for you to do is to put some energy into the concept of compassion. we're going to do a very special and powerful work today. We are going to help free some light beings that are experiencing very challenging experiences where they feel that they are trapped. We might consider this to be the souls of people who have passed. This is also concerning human beings who are still alive in the third dimension, but they have gone so far down into the self-devaluation frequency that their soul is in fact trapped in a hell of their own making. We are going to get some energy to help release these people, these souls, because this is the heaviest energy that is holding the earth back. It is really the energy that is driving all of this severe psychopathic self-devaluation and the narcissistic abuse of others. There are some conscious beings that feel that they are very trapped and they would like to be awakened from this. So we are going to help them with that. So, with that in mind, we are going to go to a very special place. We look out away from Earth and we can see a light in the distance. This is a red colored light. And we find ourselves moving towards this very powerful red colored light. It has like an electric red tint to it. It's a very powerful, very intense red. And we are moving closer and closer to this energy. This energy is pretty intense. So we're stopping just outside of this red, electric, bright red sphere. And we are going to allow ourselves to go to places we don't necessarily go very often. We are going to simultaneously release our anger and also allow ourselves to become aware of the injustice that is happening on this planet. And we are going to allow ourselves to feel the mindset of unwillingness to accept injustice any longer. We are not going to allow ourselves to accept a vibration where people can be abused, can be tortured, can be maimed, killed, destroyed, devalued, enslaved. This must stop. So we're now going to allow ourselves to go into this bright red sphere. While we are in this sphere, I want you to go ahead and allow this energy to move through you to destroy any self-directed negativity. While we are inside of this energy, we are going to chant a seed sound. This is the seed sound for fire. There's also the seed sound for the planet Mars. It is a sound for the warrior mindset that destroys negativity. And that seed sound is Rang. R-A-N-G. Rang. Inhale and chant with me. Inhale. Ra. Allow this energy to go deep within you and destroy any self-directed negativity. Continue. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. All right, so let us allow ourselves to back out of this fiery red, intense electric red sphere. We are now vibrating with a very powerful cleansing energy. And again, we are allowing ourselves to become aware of how we have allowed ourselves to accept the unacceptable. We have allowed ourselves to accept the unacceptable within ourselves, within our relationships, and within our world. We are no longer going to internally accept what is going on this planet. We're now going to go to a very special place of healing. And for this, the light beings are going to transport us. So go ahead and just relax. And the light beings that are working with us are going to transport us to a place that is very sacred. We find ourselves in the middle of what looks like a very large temple. There are what look like ancient Greek or Roman pillars that are surrounding us. We're almost like in an amphitheater, and it is filled with very bright white light. And we are sitting in the center. And just for a moment, we are going to allow ourselves to be filled with and experience this very bright, healing light. This is the light of truth. This is the light of true sight and true consciousness. This is the light of the one mind. Down on earth, where all of the damage is going on, that is the realm of the dual mind, where somebody can be experiencing something completely unjust, but they justify it to themselves, that it's okay, or it doesn't affect them, or it's okay for them to do such things. This is the realm of the dual mind. We are in a very sacred temple that aligns us to the one mind, the one heart. This is saying what you mean and knowing what you say, knowing what you do. And the first lesson is we never tell ourselves two different things. We acknowledge our truth. We acknowledge our integrity. We acknowledge our experience. And this is more sacred to us than anything outside of us. No amount of money, no amount of approval can ever equal our own sense of integrity and truth. The most important thing in the universe is your own bliss and your own happiness. And so we must be unwilling to accept any energy that seeks to take this away from us. Shifting the earth means we first shift ourselves. So we ruthlessly commit to loving ourselves completely and fully, and we will not allow any energy to come between us and our souls. We make this commitment in this very sacred, bright white light. Now we're going to continue to relax a little bit in this light. And there are very powerful light beings who are coming into this space, and they are surrounding us. And they are going to help heal the duality within us. For those that wish to, if you want to, we're going to chant the Huar mantra. Again, if you need to go inward and you don't want to chant, that is okay as well. For those that want to, inhale and chant with me. Attention back to the sound of my voice. These beings that are surrounding us, they may appear to you in whatever form works best for you. I see them as tall pillars of light. I'm now going to ask that you take a moment to interact with whichever light being wants to work directly with you, and ask this being to reveal to you any ways in which you are allowing yourself to be devalued. Go ahead and do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. All right, we are not done yet. We are now going to allow the light beings who are with us to transport us back to our galaxy, back to our solar system. We find ourselves once again floating in interplanetary space. We're going to focus our energy on our mother, the sun. So we begin to float towards the sun, and we feel her tenderness, we feel her love. She acknowledges how challenging it is for us as humans to survive the rigors of planet Earth. We are going to ask to enter into Mother Sun's body, and of course she allows us in. We and all of our light being friends, we enter into the sun, and we come into the center of the sun, and we see again a strange sight I've never seen before, which is another temple, but this is a solar temple. And here once again we sit in the center of pillars, and we are surrounded by the light of our soul. Our sun resonates at a frequency of the soul. And so we are going to reconnect with our own soul. So what I'd like for you to do now is to allow your soul to appear in front of you in whatever form it chooses, and just have a dialogue with your soul. Perhaps your soul can tell you what you can focus on in life, what it is that gives you joy, what it is that will make your soul happy. So one question you can ask your soul is, what is it that you desire? Go ahead and do this now. Take a deep breath in and breathe your soul back into yourself. Inhale. And exhale. You can continue this conversation anytime you choose. Just think of this place and think of your soul, and you will be able to continue. If you need help, always ask for your light being guides to come and help you with this. This is probably something that some of you may need to do more often, to communicate directly with your soul and allow your soul to guide how you act, how you function, your attitude, all of that. I found my soul to be quite happy and quite carefree and very different from a lot of the worries that I carry. So I'm going to seek to emulate that. What we're going to do now is we are going to back out of the sun, and we thank our mother, the sun, for this refresher. And before we leave, we send out a request to ask Mother Sun to please continue to send higher dimensional frequencies to planet Earth to wake us all up. And she reminds us that she does this 24/7. So we thank her for this. All right, let us now focus on planet Earth. We have a lot of energies working with us today. So the mantis beings, who are the warriors of the multiverse, they are going to be channeling that fiery, intense, electric red energy of destruction of negativity. So as we focus on planet Earth, we surround it, and in front of us, the first line of beings surrounding planet Earth is going to be the mantis beings. Behind us, all of the light beings, all of the other extraterrestrials, all of the gods, the demigods, the angels, all of the light beings from all over the multiverse are behind us and empowering us. Before we chant, we are going to just send a nod to Mother Earth, letting her know that we are here and we love her and we want to help free her from the weight that she's carrying. She, of course, sends back her gratitude and her love. We focus briefly on the moon, and we ask the moon to give us emotional balance and the ability to go more deeply into our intuitive and meditative mind. We ask for the blessing of the moon. Moon, of course, is always with us. Now we are going to focus on planet Earth. I'd like for you to bring to mind loving, ruthless compassion, which is going to free those souls who are trapped. If you want to envision them as being trapped in hell, being trapped in the underworld, being trapped in the bodies of narcissists and psychopaths, and those, especially those who have been abused and tortured and enslaved, they have gone through horrific trauma which has enslaved them within a hell in their own minds, in their own bodies. We are going to send the mantis beings to free them. We are going to send our ruthless compassion, which says that we will no longer justify an unjust world. We will no longer accept living in a world where innocents are abused and tortured. We will no longer live in a world where people are not allowed to simply be themselves, where resources are denied. We will no longer live in a world with all of this injustice. With this in mind, we are now going to send this energy. If you want to imagine a red, powerful laser beam coming out of your heart, coming out of your third eye, we are going to send this directly onto the surface of the earth, because all of the negativity is there. So take a deep breath in, chant with me. Inhale. Ooh. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Continue to breathe long and deep. And let's allow this energy to settle. We've released a lot of power onto planet Earth. And now we're going to respect that energy and we're going to allow it to do its work. We're now going to pull away from Earth, and the sun is going to begin sending her energy, her love, and her higher dimensional energy. She's going to begin sending that to Earth. So watch out for that in the coming days and weeks. We are going to pull further away and we're just going to spend some time with our guides just for a moment. So allow yourself to be surrounded by your guides. the beings that know you the best, the beings that have known you for billions of years, that have been with you through many different lifetimes, different incarnations, different civilizations. And what I'd like for you to do now is just spend a moment with your personal guides and interact with them in whatever way you see fit. Ask them whatever questions are on your mind. Ask for whatever healing or balancing. It's always a good idea in my mind to ask them to show you how they see you, but I will allow you to decide whatever interactions you have. Go ahead and interact with your guides now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Remember what it was that you heard. Right now, repeat back to the light beings what you saw, what you felt, what you heard. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. All right, we are now going to make our way back to Earth, and we are going to release all of the light beings to go back to wherever it is that they need to go. Before we let them go, what I'd like for you to do is to, if you choose to, send out an invitation to all light beings to come and visit you at any time for any reason. Go ahead and do this now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We're now going to release the light beings to go wherever it is that they need to go. And of course, our guides are always with us. We're now going to make our way back to Mother Earth. And we send her our love. We begin to descend back into Earth's atmosphere. There's a lot going on. I can feel a lot of energy. So we are going to continue to meditate for the peace and the happiness of planet Earth and all of her inhabitants. We are going to ask for forgiveness, compassion, and self-forgiveness to be given to all beings on planet Earth, including us. We continue to come down closer and closer to Earth's surface. We can see the continent upon which we live. We can see our country. We can see the state that we live in. We come closer and closer. We see the county in which we live. We see our city. And now we come upon our own neighborhood, and there's our home. We allow ourselves to drop down through the roof, and we hover above our own bodies. We can see that our bodies are going through a pretty massive transformation energetically. So we are sending love and peace and healing to our bodies. I'd like for you to imagine your perfect body. How would your body look if it was perfectly healthy, perfectly strong, perfectly youthful? Imagine it exactly the way you want it to look and exactly the way you want it to feel. And now we allow ourselves to float down gently back into our bodies. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in and hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Rub the palms of your hands together. Place your palms on your eyes. Inhale the heat from your palms into your brain, all the way down into your feet and into the earth. Inhale. Exhale into the earth. Once again, inhale. Exhale into the earth. One last time, inhale. Exhale into the earth. Come back into your body. Rub your eyes, your face, your scalp, back of the neck, front of the neck, the shoulders, arms, chest, back, legs, butt, thighs. Come completely back into your physical body. Okay, if there was anything that you were told that is important to you, go ahead and take some time when you're done with this meditation and this video to go and write that down. Write down, if you choose to, here's an idea, write down one or two things that you are going to start doing for yourself to give yourself joy, peace, nurturing, and happiness. This was a powerful meditation. I am hoping that we were able to release some beings, some souls that were feeling trapped. It is my hope that many people who have been trapped in extreme self-devaluation will begin to wake up and learn how to be loved and to love themselves. I'll leave it at that for today. As always, if you want to support this channel, you can subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell button. Of course, do these live meditations. Follow, like the Path of the Thunder Wizard on Facebook. Share Thunder Wizard YouTube video links and Facebook posts on all of your social media. Subscribe to the thunderwizard.com Patreon site. That's very helpful to me. I appreciate those of you who have subscribed. Even if you subscribe just at the Fan of the Thunder Wizard channel level, that helps a great deal. But also do something for yourself. If there's things in the various subscriptions that are empowering to you, I invite you to do that. Especially if you've been doing these live interdimensional meditations, we have live Zoom class and discussion group with me, and it's it's not very structured. I share my thoughts, you share your experiences with me, with each other. If there are questions, of course, I can answer it. Other people can answer from their perspective. But the best thing about this group is it creates a new consensus. If you've been interacting with higher dimensional beings, it's not going to fit within your understanding of reality. You're going to be confused about it. You might think you're losing your mind. You might not even know if any of it's real. You have experiences, but you don't know what to do with it. You don't know, am I really communicating? Or, wow, I had this crazy dream. I think I've lost my mind. Or, I now am connecting to my guide and we communicate every day and it's beautiful. Whatever it is, these experiences are very helpful. And what is really necessary as we go forward is to create a new consensus. There are people I'm communicating with who are not into a lot of the stuff that you and I might be into, but they're waking up in ways and they think they're losing it because they're awakening to a new understanding. And so the more people that there are that are able to create this new consensus, that it's okay, it's okay to have these experiences. It's okay to know that this is just the third dimension. There's another completely enormous dimension out there. It's okay. All of it is okay to change, to shift, and to grow. This is very important. So again, if you want to subscribe to that, go to thunderwizard.com. There are 2 places to do that. And go to the shop as well. Really important. I'm seeing this. Look, let me just tell you. The practices that I'm teaching you are practices that create portals to higher dimensions. And the more that you connect to these portals, to higher dimensions, the easier the shift is going to be. In fact, I am beginning to work even harder and doing more practices that I haven't been doing. And I am focusing on creating and changing myself into a multidimensional being. These practices that I'm giving to you have come from light beings, and they are specifically here right now for those of you who want that. And if you want to be able to shift in and out of higher dimensions, you're going to have the energy to do that. And so that's what these practices are. So you can go to the shop. If you click on, sorry, let me move this up here. If you click on shop, you'll see these videos there, right? You'll see these videos there. And if you click beneath that, let me put this, I have to shift some things up here. If you click beneath that, you'll see all of the energy practices and the Qigong, especially those 5 element practices. There's nothing more powerful than that. And those create a direct connection. And if you do those practices, I guarantee you, mantis beings will come and give you power you've never even dreamed of. Anyway, those are available to you in the shop. That's it. I think we're all done. I don't have anything else I need to say. Yeah, there's going to be more talk about how to go to heal from the devaluation frequency that we've been living in. All right. That's it. Okay, so yeah, I look forward to seeing those of you in the live guided Zoom meditation. We got another one coming up this coming Friday, and I'm looking forward to that. And of course, if anybody, it's really important that we not be isolated. I'm going to tell you that the majority of the questions I get in the YouTube comment sections, these are questions that are coming about probably because people are isolated. So the practices you're doing, these kinds of things, I don't think have ever been done in the history of the human race. I think it's very unlikely that anybody in the world is actively doing the kinds of stuff that we're doing and interacting with beings to the level that we are. It's happening. Don't get me wrong, it's happening, but it's not something that we're used to. And so if you're by yourself and you're not either, learning from somebody who's doing this stuff or interacting with other people, it makes it really difficult. So again, a lot of the questions I get, I answer it with, come be a part of the live guided, not the live guided, come and be part of the live support group. Because all of those questions get answered when you're in a group with people who are doing it. Also, working directly with me. You can do that if you go to thunderwizard.com. You can subscribe as an apprentice. I have to tell you, I don't know why there aren't more people doing that. I don't understand it. It's unnecessary to be alone in this. And I know, money, blah, 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 but I guarantee you, if you end up, it probably won't happen to you, but if you end up on your deathbed looking back on your life, the last thing you're going to say to yourself is, gosh, I wish I hadn't spent that money. You're not going to be thinking about that. You're going to ask yourself, did I do all the things that I wanted to do? And so I recommend that you invest in yourself in these ways. I make them available to you for these reasons. All right, that's it. I don't see anything else. No questions, so we're going to leave it at that. Thank you, my friends. I love you all. Please remember, you are the most important being that has ever existed. The entire universe was created simply for your pleasure. And the most spiritual thing that you can do is to focus on giving your soul the desires of its heart. Allow your soul to be fulfilled in all of the ways that you came here to this third dimensional world to experience. Give yourself all of the physical, the emotional, the sociological, the spiritual, anything that gives you pleasure. Give it to yourself. True pleasure. We're not talking about sticking heroin in your neck. That's not pleasure. Give yourself true satisfaction, true healing. And the more that you do that, again, the gods themselves will bow down and worship you, because when you expand in your consciousness, all other conscious beings expand. With that, my friends, I leave you with my love and with my gratitude. And of course, please be very kind to yourself. And as we shift up, I will be looking forward to seeing you again very soon. Please take very good care.